Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews, movie reviews from a regular dude. Today I decided to talk a little bit. I did a video about this a while back. This is a little bit more about myself, but I did a video about different acting jobs I've had and stuff like that. Well, today I'm going to talk strictly about the stage work that I've done. And I'll start kind of at the beginning. The first thing I ever did on stage, I was a junior in high school, and it was the musical Brigadoon, and I played the part of Charles Dalrymple. And it's a pretty good musical. It was, like I said, the very first thing that I had ever done. Had a lot of fun doing it. And then my senior year of high school, I did a musical called Shenandoah, which is awesome. It's my favorite musical of all time. They made a movie of it first with Jimmy Stewart, and then they adapted it into a musical. The music's really great in it. The story's great. It was just a lot of fun. I've actually been in that one twice. I did it in high school, and then I probably did it 9 or 10 years after that, playing a different part. And because of that, there was a Playhouse that I got involved in. The Pickle Playhouse is what it was called, in Bear Lake, Utah, and it's still going today. And this was back in 1979. The owners of that Playhouse at the time were LeGrand and Betty Larson, and they saw me in Shenandoah at the high school, and they asked me to audition for it, so I did. And I probably did 12 or 13 summers there all through the years. Now they're still going, but now they're doing mostly just straight musicals. Back at the time when I first got into it, it was melodrama with the hero and the villain and all that fun stuff. And then they went to musical melodramas. Before the musical melodramas, when they had just the straight melodramas, they had a thing at the very beginning called an oleo, which is basically just a variety show with singing and dancing and stuff like that, and then they would go into the play. The very first year that I was in it, I was the sheriff. I played the part of Big Gulch, was my name. And I did, like I said, numerous different ones there. Most of the time after that, I ended up playing the villain. And for any of you who don't know what a melodrama is, it's along the lines of like Rocky and Bullwinkle, if you remember that, with Snidely Whiplash, the guy with the big mustache and everything. Every time the villain would walk on stage, the audience would boo and throw their popcorn at him and things like that. And the hero would walk on the stage and they'd all cheer, and you had musical cues for the piano player who would play the, when the villain walked in, you'd hear that dun 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 dun, all that stuff. And the hero was more upbeat, happy music and everything. And yeah, I did a lot of summers there. Like I said, mostly playing the villain, which was a lot of fun. I loved playing the villain. And then I did, most recently, I think it was around 2015, 2016, I was in a straight musical there called The Drowsy Chaperone. And in that musical, I played the part of Underling, which is basically the butler. And that was a lot of fun too. That was a really fun musical. I enjoyed doing those, but I've always been awkward. I felt awkward when it comes to like dancing and stuff like that. I think a lot of it was because of my weight and everything. I just felt like kind of really awkward doing it, but I did the best I could. Then I've done some straight plays too. I was in The Odd Couple twice, and both times I played the same person. I didn't play Felix or Oscar. I played Roy, who was one of the card players, the one that was always complaining about the smoke in the room and sticking his head out the window, if you've ever seen the movie, and trying to get air and everything. I played that part. I did it twice. And I was in the musical The Music Man twice. Once as just a townsperson and a person on the train, and then the Second time I was in it, I was actually one of the barbershop quartet. They couldn't find anybody to do the bass part, so I had to do the bass part. That was kind of hard, but I managed. So that was fun. That was in Rancho Cordova, California, at a dinner theater called Garbo's Dinner Theater. And as far as acting on stage, that's pretty much it, other than I also sing, and my favorite to sing is country music, the old country music like the Johnny Cash and Chris Christopherson, that type of stuff. And when I lived in Arkansas, I was a member of a company called the Mid-South Opry, and we would perform on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, and we would rehearse on Tuesday nights to get ready for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That was a lot of fun. I would usually sing 4 or 5 songs each night, and I have some videos on my other channel where I actually was actually videoed there actually singing. And if you want, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll share a link with you. But that's pretty much all the stuff, most of the stuff that I've done on stage, other than when I was probably about 15, 16 years old. I won a talent contest at the Utah State Fair. I got 3rd place and got to sing at a place in Salt Lake City and open up for a country singer named Roy Drusky. Now, if any of you are big-time old country fans, you probably know who he is. He recorded a song called Jody and the Kid that was written by Chris Christopherson, and I got to open for him at the Terrace Ballroom, which is no longer there. It's kind of funny because the 1st place winner was supposed to open for Merle Haggard at the old Salt Palace, but Merle Haggard got drunk, never showed up. The guy still got to perform, but it was kind of, you know, a bummer. But that's pretty much it. I've done some film stuff, not a whole lot. Most of it was commercials and things like that. I did a monologue on my other channel from the movie Rain Over Me with Adam Sandler. If you've ever seen that movie, it's a really great movie. In that monologue, it was kind of hard for me because I've never had to cry before, like in acting, and I gave it a shot, so I'm going to share that with you here right at the end. Let me know honestly what you thought of it. Now, the camera quality is not real good. It was before I got my good camera or my good phone or anything, so I'm using my webcam. So the background noise, I think you can hear like our air conditioner running and everything. But let me know in the comments down below if you think it's okay, or what if it sucks. Let me know. I don't care. But thanks for watching, and if you like this, let me know. See you next time. I had 3 daughters. Gina was 5. Jenny was 7. She liked boys already. Julie was 9. She was older. They all looked like Johnson, like Doreen. Doreen was my wife. DT, that was her nickname. Doreen Tippelman. She had a dog, Spider. Spider the poodle. They'd wake me up all the time. Saturday mornings, you know, singing Beatles songs to me in harmony. The 4 of them. So cute. So cute. Doreen never judged me. You know? Never nagged like some wives do. just wanted me to take my shoes off so I didn't wreck the carpet. That's it. Doreen and the girls were very female. I was the oddball, you know, Mr. Man. They adored me, Johnson. With the long brown hair. Except little Gina, she kept her hair short, you know. To be different from everybody. She had a birthmark, though. Looked like a bird, but it wasn't. She always said it was gonna go away, but it never did. Jenny, this one, she wanted to be a gymnast. She was such a klutz, though I didn't have the heart to mention it would be a problem. They went to see Doreen's sister Ellen and her girls in Boston. And they took Spider because I had to work and they didn't trust me to feed her. But that was a joke, right? And then we were all going to Disneyland. But they all were gonna miss a couple days of school, so we had to say no, you know? So I'm going out to meet him in Los Angeles. And on my way to JFK, I'm in the taxi cab. And I hear on the radio, I get there and some man tells me the plane's from Boston. Some other guy says there's 2 planes. Then I go inside the airport and I'm watching. I'm watching on the television and I saw it. I saw it and I felt it at the same time. I thought about Gina's birthmark and I felt them burning. Can we go? I want to go home now.